I want to talk about a very important topic now, which is alignment. Now, I have talked about alignment before, but here in this video, alignment of paragraph text, I actually only talked about it in relation to small
Before
little
we get into all the
bits and pieces of text, and how you would be doing the alignment within those texts. So in other words, how would you center a text, and then what would happen, and left aligned and justified and right aligned and so on and so forth. But now I'm actually going to take that to the next phase, and I'm actually going to talk about aligning a whole page. And the way we do that is we use rulers. Now if you go to the toolbar here and you click here, then you get the rulers, okay? And then we also have this thing called snap to objects, which is also quite useful, but you need to enable the rulers. And the rulers are these pale blue turquoise lines that go across your page, both horizontally and vertically. And what you do is you just click on the ruler, anywhere on the ruler, and it will give you a new ruler. I don't need one here, so I'm just going to put this away. And then if you click on the on the vertical ruler, then it will give you a horizontal one. And I am actually going to use this, and I'm just going to put this here so that I can show you that the paragraphs are aligned from the top as well. Now usually, in my experience, a good place to get your elements that you are going to be aligning the rest of your visual material to is actually your header. So let's actually zoom in to the header and let's look at what's going on here. Now I have placed one ruler at the left side of the logo type. I have placed one ruler on the left side of the logo text, and then I have placed one on the right side of the logo text, and then I placed one I just moved that a tiny little bit now because it didn't seem to be exactly right. I have placed one on the left side of the menu, and then I have placed one on the right side of the menu. So here they are. Now I have one extra here which I don't need, which I can just get rid of. Now let's zoom out again. And now, as much as I possibly can, I try to align everything that is on the page to these vertical rulers. So the headline here I have aligned to here. Now on this end there isn't a place where I can align it to, so I'm not going to push that, but I have aligned that to here, and then I have also aligned the paragraph entrance text to that, and then also these this whole chunk of text, and then the other chunk of text, the other column, that I have aligned to this here. Now I just moved that a little while ago, just while I was doing the tutorial, and I had previously aligned it to a wrong location, which I realized was a wrong location when I zoomed in. So basically what I would do now is I would just make sure that these are actually snapping. So I would just move them in just a tiny little bit. So that's how the alignment on this particular page works, and then these two columns are aligned from the top here, and so is the photograph. So these are aligned to this ruler, and then everything else is aligned like that. And what that does is it makes it easy for the viewer or reader to kind of like position themselves. We need these alignments or these visual anchors or these directional axes in order to be able to get from one place on a page to another place on a page to another place on a page. These really help. Even though you may not realize this, they are really, really helpful. Now what I have also done is I have added a line at the bottom to kind of like indicate, to give this whole area a stop, because I may want to continue with something else here, so that this line here denotes the end of this section here, and then I could potentially have something else that's here. But however, if I were to put the footer up here, if this was just the end of that page really, then obviously I would not need that, and I would just chuck that out. So that is also these lines, these vertical and or horizontal lines are also very, very good ways of creating other alignment points. Now, that's this one right here, but I am going to show you other alignment examples in some other websites as well. I want to continue with these 3 tutorial websites that I made last year. And I want to here also show you something else that's quite important. Not only should the elements inside a single page be aligned, but this should also go across pages. Now, when you are taking your cues from what's in the header, so you put I put one ruler right here and then I put another one right here, then this will happen quite automatically, but let's look at it again. So here on this one I have the ruler right up against the second of the menu items, and then the headline is aligned to that, so is this, and then so is the caption and this caption. Everything is aligned, as you can see. But I have another ruler here which doesn't seem to be doing anything right now, but it is oh, and look, I just spotted a little misalignment, so I'm actually going to fix that right away. Oh, and then also another thing, now let me just check this. I should have aligned this to the logo, but let me just go back and make sure that I did. Well, yes, I seem to have aligned that to just his little chin. Now let's go to another page where we have again the same alignment here. So from one page to another we are also being consistent. It is not just a question of being consistent within a page, but it's also a question of being consistent alongside across the different pages of a website. So this other ruler here that we had, which didn't seem to be doing anything, is actually doing something on this side now. Now this one is still being used. I still align the header to this, the headline, sorry, rather, but I'm not aligning anything else to that. The rest of it I'm aligning to the edge of the menu and then the tip of the keyword. So that's this one here. Now let's look at this one. So here we have the page, the site on the front page I have this animation, and then here I'm actually centering the text and there's no alignment here, but what I'm doing here is, oops, this seems to have slipped, I'm aligning everything to the edge of the logo text. So now let's go here. So the headline, the entrance paragraph, all the videos are aligned to that, the titles of the videos are aligned to that as well, and then I also have these little lines like I was talking about just before, about being good elements for indicating where something ends and something else starts. Now here on this page I have very thin ones because of course we are in the same topic. Now with the other one that we were looking at, I made a thick one because I said if one topic ends and the other one starts, you may want to have something like this, but here actually I'm just using thin ones, and I'm just using them as design elements to bring together the branding, because I'm on every page I'm also using these circles, so I want to make that a kind of like a focal point of the site, the branding. Now here again this is aligned to that, but then here we also have an alignment to here, so let me just fix that. Everything, this is also aligned to that. Now this one here does not seem to be doing much. Well, it's doing something here, it's doing something here, but so let's just go to the last one. But when we go across, we have the same alignment on every page using either one ruler or the other ruler, but we stay consistent. And now let me just show you this one here. So on this page again, this is aligned now to the front of to the first character of the logo text, of the second word of the logo text, and this seems to be the only ruler that I'm using. So let's look at that. Oh, I have another ruler here, obviously, which is aligned to the cheek of the cat. So these captions are aligned to here, these are aligned, all of them are aligned to here. Now let's see what's happening on another page. Again, we have that alignment here, and then we also have that other alignment, that other ruler right here. And then on the final page, again, we have this ruler to which most of everything on this page, as far as I can remember, is actually aligned. So it is not just a question of making sure that everything inside one page is aligned, but it is also a question of actually creating a consistent alignment across pages. That is quite important in order to get a consistency of design style across your website, is to make sure that your alignment actually moves across the pages as well. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.